later, if I want to project, right? See, I'm on mic. Right? Yeah. Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's session. I think we will just allow a little bit more time for others to join online, yeah, because we have this training today will be conducted online as well, virtually as well. So we just wait them until 9:05 maybe, right? Then we start. And hopefully we'll be able to finish by 11. Right? That's like it's Friday and that's what we are so excited. So let's wait a little bit more and then we shall start. Okay, right, thank you. Hi everyone, can you all hear me? Those who are online?
Yes, we can hear you clear.
Yeah. Thank you so much. If you're feeling cool, you can just okay. So if you can go, you can just use that hand. Okay, nobody is with me. I'm the one feeling very good. It's really. Okay, so we have been joining already. It's David, right? London coming another trouble. This is joining, right? Oh, 16. So we have another million. But how do you I start now? Okay. All right. So I think This one is connected.
Sticker.
Sticker. Inserted currently, is it? Okay, I didn't want it to cycle. Now, okay, all right, so I shall start. Okay, once again, everyone, thank you so much for joining our training for today. Right, I'm so excited to see. Even I was asking Ali, like almost 2 weeks already, right? I've been asking me how many participants I have. All right. So I know it got postponed for the first time, but now here we are for today's session. All right. So very first thing for today's session is on the cultivating professionalism. All right. A guide to effective phone and email etiquette. All right. So this is definitely a necessary information that I would say it will definitely benefit you. All right. Being in this organization and in an education institution, all right? So we deal with a lot of phone and emails, every day, right? Okay. All right. So the very first thing for today's session that I would like to highlight the learning outcomes, right? So at the end of the day, upon completing this training, so these are the things that we will be able to achieve. The first one is to learn strategies to manage phone calls and emails. Now, again, before that, just a disclaimer, okay? I am not an expert, all right, but I am here to share, all right? Yes, definitely everyone have a bit of fear and that experiences in certain things, okay, dealing with phone and emails, some of this and that. I'm definitely not an expert, but I'm here to share, all right? Some tips, some guidelines that, that you are looking for, all right, to further, deal with this phone and email ethics, right? Okay, the first one, to learn strategies to manage phone calls and emails efficiently, minimizing response time. So this is what we're going to look at. Okay, prioritizing tasks, right? And reducing communication-related delays to enhance overall productivity in their roles. Okay, in your roles, all right? Whether you are teaching staff or your support staff. Okay, so we are here. All of us, we are here to just achieve one goal, right? I mean, there are 3 over here objectives, all right? To enhance communication skills, including active listening, clear articulation, and concise writing, right? So these are the things that we will look into to ensure the messages are conveyed accurately and understood by recipients. Okay. So third one is to develop skills to build and maintain positive relationships with students, parents, right? So colleagues and as well as the external stakeholders through professional and respectful communication via phone and. So these are the 3 objectives, all right? Our 3 learning outcomes that we will be able to gain from this, right? Okay, all right. So in today's fast-paced and interconnected world, effective communication is crucial, right? Okay, in both personal and professional setting. All right, be it through the email or phone calls, right? It is very, very important for us to maintain a good relationship, all right, with our colleagues in the same institution as well as our external customers, all right, or stakeholders, everybody, all right? So, phone and email ethics encompasses a range of behaviors and practices designed to facilitate smooth communication, right? So, this included, right, whereby we have to be mindful of tone, all right, what tone that we're going to use, all right, when you're dealing with the phone calls or emails, right? And timing, all right, it's very important. Clarity, it's very important as well as showing respect and consideration for the recipients. Because what we will need to achieve or we will need to foster a good relationship. All right? Okay. So, well, that's on the introduction part. Right. Now, this is the very first thing that I would like to capture from everyone, right? Okay, the ice breaking session over here, right? So I would like to, I would need you to capture this QR code because this is what I will need to find out. Okay, all right. What is your biggest challenge with phone and email etiquette? Right. So if you can you please maybe take out your phone and then you just scan the QR code, right? For those who are online, can you all see the QR code?
Yes, you can see.
Can, right? Okay. All right. So please, I need to capture the responses.
You're in the training also? Oh no. Only one student. Everyone lazy. Give us a choice and we just sit here lah. Hello, Saudi there. Actually, normally last time I always go on. I go means I go physical one. Now you give me a choice, I lazy, I do. No, because now I do what you want. And then the trainer also need to fulfill her KPI only. Alright.
But you'll be able to see the responses, right, Anish? Cannot. Yeah, it's on there. Yes, correct. So you will see the options there. It's not really, it's waiting. Okay, but you've done it already, right? Yes. I will be presenting. Yes, correct. I will be presenting that. Okay, so the rest of you all who are online, those who are online, did you all manage to capture the QR code? Have you all submitted your options?
Yes, done.
So I will be presenting the options soon. Just okay, here. Can you all see my screen? You can see my screen. Okay, we're here. Present. Yes. Right. So if you have done this already, right, you will be able to see the outcome over here. What's your biggest challenge? Just a minute. Paul, have you done yours? All right. Yeah. Just a minute, I think the connection is not so good. People. Okay, so I hope that this screen is visible to you. All right, for those who are online as well, my colleagues, those who are online, I hope you'll be able to see this. So what is your biggest challenge with phone and email ethics? If you have attempted this, you will see that I have 4 options over here. Okay, staying professional, responding quickly, being clear and concise, handling difficult conversation. And yes, you can see the highest, the biggest challenge that most of the participants over here that they face is the handling difficult conversation. So I believe that this is the challenge for me as well. All right, to handle difficult conversation. All right, sometimes you are dealing with very difficult customers or very difficult colleagues or so on. All right. Okay, so that is at the top of the list. So the second highest is on being clear and concise. All right. Yes, this is also can be another challenge. Okay, for some of us. All right. Being clear and concise, because sometimes we have to convey the message in a very clear, concise, and in very clear form. Yeah. So that could be another challenge. Okay, responding quickly one, and staying professional one. Right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for attempting this. Right. Let me just. Let's delete. Okay. So I go back to my screen. Right. Okay, so let's carry on with the next part, which is on the do and don'ts of phone ethics. Now, well, this is another video clip that actually I want to show you all so that you'll be able to analyze, all right, the do and don'ts of the phone ethics, right? So let's watch this video clip first and see.
Bronson, yeah, so talk about the thing on your last Friday night. Yes, close. Fresh air.
Okay, well, just a minute. So sorry for the disruption just now. Somebody's mic was on, so that's why you can hear a lot of noises at the back. So, but I hope the YouTube video just now was clear. All right. So, can anyone share with me? Sorry, it wasn't clear.
I couldn't focus on what's happening now.
Yeah, because the noise at the back, right? So I will play again, all right, so that you all can see. I want my speaker.
This is awesome. Yeah. Yes,
I'm so sorry. I just That means I cannot say. Okay, I'm so sorry for the disturbance. All right. So I hope that some of you somehow be able to understand what was going on. Right? Okay. So anyone would like to share anything? Our colleague in online as well. All right. So anyone would like to share if you're able to see? I'm so sorry. I think because they are like we are using the two mic, right? Okay. I think the TV mic and also probably the online, right? So anyone would like to share what was going on? Mom, would you like to give feedback? Because me started, she said it was too loud. So,
You have to be prepared before you do.
okay, correct. Okay, so the first caller just now, okay, the one that was speaking on the chair, right? Paul say, let's just look at what was lacking in that. All right, what was lacking in that? Okay, so the first one, Paul, would you share with us that what was lacking? I mean, how he was, the way that he was reacting and all that, probably his body, the gesture and all that. So, yeah.
So the guy in point, it looks like he wasn't ready for phone call.
Okay, so yeah, Paul said the guy, the first one, he wasn't ready for the call. Harish, would you want to probably,
From his attitude, he's
Yeah.
not in the call. He's doing plenty of other things, but not listening, not
Yes.
paying attention to
correct,
what
he's not paying attention, yes, he's keep on getting distracted with some other things or probably doing something else. Padma, how about you? Yeah, same is yes. How about our colleagues online? Is there anything that you would like to share? That whatever that you saw just now in the video? Anyone from online? Those who are on online? Anyone? Okay. Well, the first guy, he was speaking loudly, right? Okay, and probably he was speaking harshly, right? He was speaking very harsh, okay, to another caller, right? Okay, so yes, and then how about the other one? The other guy?
The other one acts as if the person is in front of him, not just on the phone.
Yes,
So the
correct.
attitude, the body language is already different.
Yes, exactly. He is acting because he is trying to build a rapport there, right? Okay, so he tried to foster a good relationship, even though the person is not right in front of him, right? Okay, so he still trying to make a good rapport and then try to get into details or take down whatever details. Paul, how about you? Anything else that you would like to add? Apart from what Ms. Nadish has shared?
The first guy was not listening.
The second one, sorry. Yeah.
The second one, he has the information ready before he made call, so he's aware of what he has to speak about.
Yes, exactly, right? And so according to Paul, also the second one already know what information that he needs, and he is ever ready, right? He is ready to take down the note, all right, the pen and all that, right? Anyone from the online that would like to share that whatever that you see from here, from the video?
But I said postal and body will affect the delivery report.
Okay, so we received in the chat box according to Ms. Shuhada, right? Okay, she said that.
Postal and body will affect the.
Correct. Exactly, the posture, the way that you are sitting, it will affect
The delivery report.
the delivery of the caller, right? Okay, so that is important as well, right? So now we have already pointed out, we saw this, and then definitely the next step will be the way to improve. So what do you think? How the first caller can improve? What are the steps can be taken to improve? Anyone, Fatma?
Need to know the facts.
He needs to know, sorry?
The facts, the one that is asking.
Okay, yes, correct. That means he needs to be clear, right? Or he needs to really understand what the other caller is asking, right? Whatever information that is needed. That means you have to be clear and concise, right? Anybody else?
Taking notes, but after placing the call, so
Yeah.
it's better to have the notes before.
Yeah, it's better to have the notes before, right? Be ready whatever information that you will need from the other caller, right? Paul, anything else?
Should be relaxed.
Relax.
He should be relaxed before.
Exactly, and it's very, very important, right? Okay, so it is all starting from one of these two. We're gonna learn be mindful to. Another important thing over here is being mindful, okay, on your professional tone, right? So that is very, very right. Thank you so much. For those who are online, anything else that you all would like to share? Is there any other suggestion for the improvement? So I guess no more, right? Okay, so let's move on the telephone etiquette. Okay, now definitely sometimes being in this institution we have external customer, right? And we also have internal customer, right? So who are our internal customers? Students. Internal students, yes, correct. Other than that, internal customers, internal. Yes, internal. Internal customers, schools, departments. Customers, pharmacy, other department, whatever she call department. Okay, so that is considered the customer. Anyone? Internal customer. This is me. Right. How about external customer? As what Ms. Nadesh was sharing just now, external customer is parents. Other than that, suppliers, correct? Suppliers. Okay. Anyone? Parents, suppliers. Okay. Internal customer just now as what said by Ms. Nadesh is the students, right? Okay. So external call over here. Okay, we will be getting. Sometimes we get external call also. Okay. Yes. In my department, we do get external calls also. Okay, TLC, we do get external calls, but it's actually not for us. Most of the time, I don't know how it is being transferred to our department, and it is actually an external customer looking for someone specific, which probably sometimes we do not know what are the information and whether the name is being mentioned correctly or not. And sometimes we have to ask. Few months back when my colleague, she received a call, and then of course, as usual, she will take down the name. We will take down who do you want to connect you to, right? Because eventually, the next thing that we will do, we will look at the phone book, right? That is already in our system, right? So yeah, while she was answering and she was taking down the detail, so somehow the caller did not really mention he was looking for which particular person, but there were like some details. I am looking for a person who can attend this pertaining to so and so, right? So that was like a specific, what do you call that? They mentioned the agenda, right? So we do not know who we, going to transfer the call to. So in that case, what she does was like, she take down as usual, she take down the details, whatever it is. So from there we can take, this one we can pass on to which particular school center, right? So definitely, for example, if I say they were asking something to do with food and all that, so we need to connect it to HSNCA, right? All right. So or not law, right? If anyone asking about law, Shada, we will definitely connect it to the law school. Right? So yeah, details are very, very important. Okay. So internal calls from within the organization, department to department. All right. Okay, must-have tools. This one is very important, right? Again, this one we saw in the video, right? The caller, the first person, he wasn't even ready, bio pen and all that, right? Okay, so must-have tools. Definitely, you need to have phone extension sheet. Okay, which is university phone book. All of you have this, right? University phone book. Updated or not? It is in our laptop. It is like ISP when you go in your laptop, they will put the phone book, URW phone book. Updated or not? I know. Not updated, but try to work into ISP, probably they will update it. Yes, sometimes I don't know, probably when they update it, or maybe it may not get updated into the system. So, if you notice this type of things, hi, morning. Morning. It's okay. Right. So if it is not updated, try to work into ISD and get it updated. Yeah, very, very well see. Okay. All right. So the next one is a notepad. Definitely you need a notepad. If you don't have one, you can always talk to my desk and come and get it for me because I keep a notepad and I try to finish for years. All right. Okay, the next one is definitely you need to have pen with you. Alright. So generally what normally we will do when if we don't have pen on our desk and all that, so we try to reach out another desk, try to call for our colleague, if they can lend their pen, but make sure that you have your own on your desk. Alright. Next one, must have knowledge on the day of its event. This is very, very important. Yeah. Okay, this is very, very important. Now, if, for example, Padma, okay, so we know Miss Padma is from exam department. If she called, okay, Kavik, I would like to check with you something on this because exam is going on, right? Okay, it is an exam week, right? So make sure that you know. Okay, make sure you're aware of your academic calendar. Okay, that is an exam week. So sometimes we are so busy, we don't pay, probably we may not aware or we may have missed out. I do not want to say that we don't pay attention. I just want to put it in a way that yes, sometimes we are so busy and all that. And or probably most of the time that event is not under our care, right? Okay, but please pay attention to whatever event that is going on in the institution or be in your department. Because sometimes we tend to say, oh, I don't know whatever event is going on in my department. Okay? All right. So make sure you know whatever is happening. Because if anyone for example, as what I say, okay, as a department, they call me, they want certain things, and then I'll be like, why do you need that? Right? Oh, this is academic, so I need this thing. All right, the next one, knowledge of your product. This is critical, yes. Okay, knowledge of your product, meaning to say, for example, your program, right? Product, our product, okay? So what we have, right? So like for example, in TLC, I have to be aware of Apple. Okay, so we have this Apple C, we are Apple C center, right? So I have to be aware. Okay, even though I'm not the person in charge, but I have to be aware, right? Because anyone can walk to our door and they can ask, do you have FLC? And I can be like, oh no, we don't have FLC, no? So you're giving the wrong information, right? Okay, so that is one example, right? So make sure that you know your product. And what I'm saying is that it's not that, for example, school of law. So anyone wanting, and we always have students, somehow or other, when they go around this building, they will always end up in tears. Random students, okay, thinking that this is the pathway to go to library. Okay, or sometimes you do have random students, right? They come to our department and say, may I school of engineering, which is opposite of our, department, right? So rather they come here and all that, or sometimes they will come and assist. We also have a postgraduate center here, right? So they will come and I'm here to inquire about master of so and so. So, I cannot be directing them to other departments because I do have colleagues who handle that as well. Or, somehow I know that we are offering the program master. So it's not, otherwise, like when probably when someone walking to you and then ask, I'm here to inquire about early childhood, and then be like, do we have early childhood education in UW? Yes, we do, right? Okay. So make sure you know your product. Okay, even you do not know the detail, in detail, but at least you will be able to direct them to the right channel. Okay, okay. All right. Okay, the next one is on answering calls. Now, this is very important. Okay, the first thing that we do, we need to make sure that you greet the person. Good morning, good afternoon. So I will, hello, right? Listen. Okay, you listen and then you comprehend or process, right? Make a decision, right? Make a decision. Take action, right? And finally you conclude. Okay, so these are the key points. What you will need to do. All right, we greet the person. Hello, good morning. All right. So I always have this thing. Okay, whenever I get inter-department call, so this is with someone I know. Okay, so I always have this thing, and whenever I answer call, hello, good morning. How are you? How can I help you? I try to be formal, but in a way that I always try to be train myself to put it in this way: greet, listen, comprehend, process, make a decision, take the action, and then I conclude. All right? Okay. Key actions again. Take notes. Right? Explain the next course of action. All right? What will be the action that you're going to take? Right? And then repeat the summary of the conversation. Right? Because you see sometimes, right? If we don't take down whatever another person is saying on the phone, okay, if we don't take down, we may forget the details. Especially me, I'm very forgetful. So what I will need to do is that I make sure that I always have notepad on my desk, right? So take down, all right, because sometimes it is very difficult. The caller, be it internal or external caller, okay, they might be telling you that, the conversation can get lengthy and it's difficult for you to really comprehend or, understand actually what details that they want, right? So we will somehow it will be good if we can take down the notes, right? Take down the key points or whatsoever, right? And then you repeat the summary of the conversation, right? May I please repeat this? Okay, so what are you trying to look at is this, right? Am I right? So you repeat back whatever is required. All right, and definitely thanks to. All right, so this is some of the tips. Again, as what I said, I'm not an expert, all right, but I'm here to share, right? Okay, so everyone is okay? Our colleagues in online as well, right? Okay, so far, any question? Do you have any question? No. Okay, all right, good. So, external calls. The external calls, again, this is very, very important, all right? Sometimes it can be quite sad that some of us, okay, may not know, or maybe might get anxious whenever they receive call from outside of the institution. All right, we may not know how to attend this call, or we just want to pass to another extension or another person who can, take the phone, take the call, and then to continue the conversation, right? Because you think that suddenly you feel a bit anxious, I do not know how to handle this and all that, right? So no problem. So as you know, what we do, this is a process. Greet, good morning, good afternoon, right? Okay, so then identify organization, all right? So this is UOW, Malaysia, right? This is for external calls, right? Okay. For example, if you receive calls from parents outside, or we probably students who want to inquire about the program, right? So make sure you identify your organization from UOW and all that. I can help you identify the speaker, right? And then check with them who you're talking to, and also always don't forget to introduce yourself. All right. For example, good morning. This is Kadi from Teaching and Learning Center UOW, right? Okay. And finally, offer the help. How may I help you? All right. Okay. So in that way, right, the caller also will feel another person, right? Whoever attending the call, be that then. So this is very important because sometimes the parents, they might call to find out about the what do you call that, about the students' progress. All right, or maybe there are some information and they want to come over for the counseling and so on. So this is very, very important. Right? So internal calls. This one internal call, we don't have to worry because we know our colleague will be calling us. So we feel a bit, we are okay. We feel a bit relaxed, right? Because we know we are with our colleagues in the institution, right? So again, definitely you greet good morning. All right, that's the same thing. Identify department. Okay, from school of business. Hi, I'm Kaldi from School of Business. All right, sorry, TFC, Teaching and Learning Center. And again, as what I said, you introduce yourself. Okay, and also ask us, how can I help you? All right, okay. Now, that is for the internal calls. Now, these are some of the phone ethics, right? Some of the example of the phone ethics, right? So the first one, if you can see over here, is when making a request or asking for something or receiving help or information, always use these words. These are the suggestions, all right, which may help you. Okay, the first one, please, whenever we need help, okay, we always, put it in a nice way and say, please, can you please help me on this? Because you see, sometimes the tone that we use, it might bring different impression to another caller. Okay, because they might think, oh, this person is being harsh to me now. So it's always, I know that we have to only sugarcoat and say, please, madam, doctor, professor, and all that, but that's the way it is, right? Okay, if you need the help, okay, so it would be good, please, thank you at the end of the conversation, thank the caller, right? Okay, or anyone on the other side to help you, okay, or you use this phrase, thank you very much, right? Okay, so the next one is when asking for clarification during a telephone conversation, use phrases like, okay, so if the person is telling you information on something, okay, you need more clarification. You need to clarify more things, right? So most of the time you say, you don't understand that. You say that again, cannot, right? Okay, I mean, it doesn't sound professional. It's not cannot, but it doesn't sound professional. So, so it would be good if from, changing our tone to put it in that form. Yeah, I don't understand what you are saying into this, right? Could you repeat that, please? Even though you sound so professional, suddenly you sound so professional with your colleague. The colleague that you know for 10, 12 years, right? Yeah, but that's the way, right? Okay, that's how you Yeah. So could you speak a little more slowly, please? Right? Would you mind spelling that for me? Okay. So these are the things, okay? Right? There was some professional one. Okay, so if you can't hear very well, sometimes okay, when you call another caller, right? Okay, another person. So probably the background sound is it might be very noisy at the back, right? And you cannot hear. Okay, you could always say, "I'm afraid the line is quite bad." Okay, right? Would you mind speaking a bit, please? Sorry, speaking up a bit, please. Right? I'm afraid my English isn't very good. Could you please, sorry, could you speak slowly, please? Right? Okay. Now, could you repeat that, please? Simple, could you repeat that, please? All right, but most of the time you say, your background noise, you're very loud. It's very noisy like the department at the back. Okay. So, generally use this one, right? Could you repeat that, please? Okay, so when you want to ask the caller to wait or when you need to transfer a call, okay, I think to transfer a call is always a challenge for us sometimes, right? Okay, because why you will need to look for the right extension, the extension number and all that. Again, what that's why you say that phone book is not being updated. Okay, probably in your PC, right? You see, go and get it updated. Right, I mean, get the updated version, right? Because sometimes I believe that they might update it in there, right, in their system, ISP, but it might not get captured in our system, right? Okay, sometimes, right? So when you want to ask the caller to wait, how do we do it? Could you hold on a moment, please? Right? Or just a moment, please is a simple one. Right? Just a moment, please. Right? Hold the line, please. Okay, I'll just put you through. I'll just transfer you now. Okay, so these are some of the some of the lines that you can use when you meet another caller to wait online. Right? When giving a negative information, I'm afraid the line is busy at the moment. Right? Okay, so we are already frustrated. Caller, calling. And then the receptionist or whoever answer, right? So if they need to transfer your call to the respective department, the line is already busy. The caller is already angry or unhappy, happy or frustrated about something or have been calling from morning. Okay, all right. So this is how we feel whenever we call like telco, right? Maxis. But nowadays they come up with this thing for whenever we go to the government department. Whenever we call the government department. Okay, so if even you transfer from one line to another line and another line, right? So that is the legendary one line. Okay, all right. So I'm afraid the line is busy at the moment from morning until afternoon and all that. So the line is engaged at the moment. Could you call back later, please? There's also another way. I'm afraid this particular person is busy at the moment. Can I take a message? But sometimes the caller do not want to share their message, whatever, right? But probably you can just probably ask the caller to what is it pertaining to? Right? Probably you take down information on that. Okay? And I'm sorry, he's out of the office today. Right? So these are some of the when you're giving a negative information. When you want to say goodbye, thank you for calling. Have a good day. Or say bye. All right? Okay. So that's the general one. Okay. All right. All good? Okay. Right. So yes, let's move on. Okay, action after the call. Now this is critical one. Okay. Now I do admit sometimes I miss out this part also. Okay. I'm not sure about you. Probably you may or may not have done this before, but sometimes I do. Right. But I always take note. Okay. This is very critical. Take action on what was stated. Okay, for example, if you receive a call in your department, okay, a parent call, so the parent wants to find out about the parents want to find out about this. The child already finished a degree over here, now want to continue to masters. So what are the prospect, what you call that, what are the prospect future studies or topic master, postgraduate studies opportunity that are available in here? Okay, so you may take down, that okay, I will find out the details and so and all that. Okay, because you want to give clear and a good information, right? Okay, so yes, definitely take action. It's not like, oh, that day, one parent only want to find out about masters and all that, and then you forget about it. Cannot, right? Okay, so it would be always good that you follow up, right? Follow up as needed. Okay, so you go back to the caller and then give them the right information. All right. Okay, but even though sometimes we are so busy and then things might slip from our mind and we forget, right? But try to take down, try to note down, right? Okay, and follow up. Okay, do not like, oh, this is nothing to do with my department. This is nothing to do with me and all that. So just pass on the message to the right person. All right, that's good. Okay, that's where you will follow up. And then another time when you see the person in charge who's dealing, you can just casually ask him, hey, how was it? The other day someone was asking about master interest. So how? And then, so that's what at least you can do that. Yeah. Okay, when receiving calls, this one is very subjective. Right. Okay, so our colleagues online. All right. So here it says 3 rings. How about you? This is very subjective again. Right. Our colleagues online. Anyone would like to share? After how many rings you may answer the call? Or you don't answer at all? No. Oh my God. That's bad. After 3 rings also no. Nobody call you after that. After 3 rings. That's sad.
That's reality.
That's why it's subjective. Very subjective. All right. Our colleagues from online, anyone would like to share? After how many rings you think that we should at least take an effort to answer?
Professional.
Sorry?
I think it is personal or professional.
Yeah, it depends.
Definitely 3 rings. That's what the trainer will always say.
Correct. 3 rings.
When it's home or personal call
Yeah.
or on the cell phone, especially you can see who's calling. So most of the time you didn't know who's calling.
Spam. Most of the time nowadays it's spam. Asking for account number. Right? Asking for account number. Asking to bring you to the court, the mahkamah, body from the court and all that. So that one, because we have 2 callers or something, we see, unrecognized callers and all that. Because nowadays we know people will reach us via WhatsApp if they would not call us directly, right? But yes, correct, like what Ms. Naresh has said, professionally 3 rings. Professionally 3 rings are answered because you're receiving calls on your office phone, right? Unless it's personal phone, right? Okay, so that's how it is. So, wow, this one is the legend one. Dealing with angry customer. Do you want to share anything from your side? So, yeah, deal with your problem yourself. Okay. But can you just share a bit? How would you deal? Okay, this is a very, very important customer who might call you, but too bad lah, you the answer. Because the answer. Then after it, how would you deal with that?
I think I should transfer you back to the school.
Okay, transfer you back to the school. Transfer the call to the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because normally the parents will ask about convocation.
Okay.
Then the parents wanted to know either their child graduating or not. Then I think it's best to be answered by the school.
Correct. It is best to be answered by the particular department.
Yeah,
or school. Correct.
Because while like us support staff, we didn't know either your child
Yeah.
Graduating or not?
Correct.
Ah,
And do they like still carry on, put their frustration and letting it
Betul.
out to you?
yeah, betul,
Correct.
correct. But they said, okay, right, immediately I wanted to see your DVC.
Immediately want to see BBC.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, because they do not, they are letting out their frustration,
Mhm.
but they forget, they forget that actually they are letting it out at the wrong channel.
Betul.
We are not probably that, like in her case, she's not the right person in charge who is dealing with whether this particular student will be graduating or not, and she don't have any
Because
information.
why, according to the parent,
Yeah.
they have been passing call from call to
Oh my
call. That's why the last resort is they wanted to see the DVC.
There you go. This is not only happening in government department. Now in institution also happening. Okay, so how do you handle this then?
Okay, never mind, I take down their phone number,
Details
their
out there.
details. I just
Pass to the school.
try to help also lah.
Try to help. Okay,
And ask.
okay, but so sorry, but you do not have the details, what and all that. That means whether
Yeah, I
the
don't have the
student going to be
graduating.
graduate or
Betul.
not. Okay, right. So do you pass this information to the school and ask them to deal with this?
Normally I ask exam department.
Okay. I said no. So now pass it to the department. So how would you handle this one? Now the phone call at the right department already. So frustration from this wrong department through to the right department.
Usually we can do this.
Normally exam department can check whether they.
Correct. Correct. They have the information there, right? So how normally do you handle this?
Usually we tell you when they will comply, we will
Give the information lah.
we will follow or not.
Yeah.
We will check the bodies.
You check whether they will be graduating on time because they will eventually something in the system, right? Okay.
But some
Yeah.
parents, they feel that they are so entitled to meet the DVC. So they
So
want
that
to
is
get
out
request.
of our jurisdiction, I would say. Yeah. So seriously, this is very, very subjective. This is really outside our control, I would say, outside our control. But this is how they feel like, right? I mean, the same thing we might go through when we are calling outside, right? Suddenly your telco, your Maxis bill, 1,000 ringgit per month. Instead of you paying 200, 1,000. And then how would you feel? Right. Then you call. So
We
we
should answer it.
the customer service personnel was after a few attempts, somebody answered, right? And then frustrated, angry customer, right? Frustrated. Same situation, right? Okay, frustrated. So what would you be doing? What would be your step? You wouldn't want to talk to the customer service personnel, right? Can you pass me to your manager? Right? That is not, maybe finance department. But I think it is very subjective, correct? Because some people may be able to understand and able to hold their anger, right? Probably like yourself, maybe you'll be able to hold your anger and then you know that okay, I'm talking to the customer service, the front liner. I'm talking to the front liner, right? So the back end, that one probably you can liaise more in emails and that, right? But it depends again how you analyze this, right? Okay. So actually most of the time this is not personal, It's not that they call you, they scold you to scold you, It's about what is it about? It's a system. Right? But they I don't know, somehow or other, is it that they do not want to accept it or not trying to understand it, right? Okay, do not try to understand or something happened in that system, the whole process, So they are not seeing the whole process actually, the big picture, right? Okay, so basically most of the time, I believe not, they are not angry with the customer, sorry, the person who answered the call. Customer is not angry with you actually. They are angry with one system that you all doing and all that, but sometimes they forget that they don't understand the whole process, right? So this is how it is. Okay.
Maybe school can share a little bit on how we, talk to
Sorry again.
Maybe school can share a little bit on how, because we are, might be, phone coming from marketing, coming from, might be exam department or whichever department, eventually reach school, right? School will be the last one. So if school cannot pass the phone to anyone anymore, you see?
Sorry.
Ting here.
Ting, sorry. Yes, Ting, go on. You were soft just now, so I couldn't hear you, but now I'm literally standing next to the mic, so I think I can hear speaker.
So the thing
Repeat
is, usually the phone passed to the school. The school actually cannot pass the phone to anyone anymore, any department anymore. So school will be the last to solve the problem. So when sometimes parents or students that are very angry and then call us, right? First thing, we will have to listen to their comments or their feedback first.
Comments.
Yeah. So after we listen to the feedback already, from my experience, we will understand the situation, and then we will try to explain, try to be positive to them. Means that you find something somewhere, to praise their daughter, their son, and then only you continue to talk. You give them a positive impression. Yeah, I know your son. Your son is very good. Is a very respectful guy, or a very polite student. Then only we start to talk. When you have positive message sending to them, right? Then you talk is much easier. Then if let's say, when we know that sometimes they say, oh, I this one holiday, I don't want to pay for this one, our hostel, and then when I come back, I want the university to give me the same room. I don't want to bring the luggage back, blah blah blah. You know that this cannot be done, but it's okay. We just go and tell them that, okay, let me find it out. Then after a while, then we go back to them. At least they know that we are, we at least find out for them. At least we did our part, so they won't be so angry. It's rather than we say straight away, tell them that, hey, no, from my past experience, this couldn't be done. Or that one, even more fire to us.
Yeah, correct. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Dr. Go. Okay, so Dr. Ting, guys, are you all with me? All right. So, just now Dr. Ting shared that she shared that instead of we, pass on to another department, the respective department that who will need to handle this issue, right? It would be good that we solve it first at our level. Okay, so that was a bit of sharing from Dr. Ting. All right, to say that we try to solve, not try to solve, we need to say that we try our level best to solve and see how this works best, right? And try to explain, like in her sharing, she said, I came across, like the student. So first we praise the student and say that your student, this particular student is good, and so, like something like we show empathy, right? Okay, and then we try to see, and even if we do not know the right information, we still find out, right? Okay, let me come back to you on this, right? Okay, thank you so much, Cindy, for sharing your experience on this, right? Okay, so move on to the next one. Point ways to deal with an angry customer. Okay, so these are just guidelines. Some of the sharing over here. The first one is reassure the customer. All right. Okay, reassure the customer. Now, one of the first and most important thing is to reassure the customer that you are listening. Right? Even if you won't be able to give them exactly what they want, like what Dr. Tintin just said, even though you do not know what exactly, but you try to solve it at your level first, right? Okay, so at least they will know that their message is being passed, right? Okay, it's getting across. So that's number one, reassure the customer. All right. Yes, sir. That means you're being the ears to listen whatever that they want to share, the comments and the feedback as what we highlighted just now as well. Right. Number two, show empathy. This is very important. All right. Okay, empathy is important so it can help to show that anyone would feel the same under these circumstances. Right? Okay. The quickest way to anger somebody is to suggest that they are overreacting. Okay, it's not that. You see, when you need to, it would be good if you can show empathy, right? It would be good. Like it's not to say that yes, sir, I agree with you. This institution, the system is like this, sir. Correct? Cannot, right? You cannot go against your system, right? Can you do that? I agree. I agree, sir. I agree. This system is like this, sir. Oh, you also very frustrated with this system. Every time we also go Oracle, sir. We also face this thing. Don't know why you cannot download the students' exam results. So we cannot also download the same code as them, right? Okay, because we are working this discussion, right? But somehow rather we so-called like we feel them, all right? We feel them, but put it in a nice way and all that. So I do understand there are some maybe glitch in the system that we will look into, So you just say that these are the things that I believe that you are going through this because of so and so in the system. Maybe the password wasn't right, or maybe there is some glitch in the system and all that. I truly understand, sir. I truly understand all that. Okay, right? So it's very important to show the empathy. Okay. Now the next one is keep it factual. All right. Now, if the customer's anger is making the call difficult to deal with, right? Try to keep things factual. Simply outlining the situation, encourage them to focus on their communication. Okay, because rather than they focusing on their anger, letting out anger and all that, but encourage them, okay, by outlining. Okay, so which means that now when you go into the system, this particular system, so you are saying that you are unable to go to particular page with it. So in a way that you are diverting their frustration, their anger, but then you are outlining these things, right? So that they go down to the communication and make it harder to maintain an aggressive tone. All right. So that means that they know that another person also try to understand that what I'm going through. So another person also try to understand which page did you go into, what did you click, and then what came out. Okay. So these are things that we can do to divert their anger instead of just listening. Oh, okay, something wrong with the system. Don't know. Maybe it's a downtime. Maybe unable to reach and all that. So you are making someone angry because you are asking them questions, right? But instead of doing that, might as well you just outline, okay, so which page actually you are having problem with? May I know in detail and all that? So they will know that you are being, attentive to whatever is going on, right? Number 4, add personality. Some phrases can get the customer to empathize more with the advisor that they are speaking to. Even when they are angry with the service, there is no reason for them to be angry with you personally. So again, add personality, right? Yes, I truly understand what you're going through and that. Okay, this can be frustrating sometimes, but this happens when this system, there's a downtime and all that. It might get better and stuff like that, right? So again, they're not angry with you actually, but they're angry with the system whatsoever, right? So offer solutions, but unlike they will definitely be angry if, let's say, within passing, they have been calling you many times, but they have been passed to the wrong department to get the right information, right? So that really makes sense. When you see offer solutions, finally advise advisors need to sell a solution to the customer. Okay, sometimes we go blank, we don't know what solution to give them. All right, because you may not know the process and you worry that if I wrongly say this, and some customers, you see, they will capture this. Oh, this particular person, and they might remember your name very well. This Mr. or Miss so and so said this. So, some people, they do not really want to give solution because they worry to be labeled that, giving this information, which might be not the right information that we need, right? Okay, so this can be tough because it is not always going to be the outcome that the customer hoped for. Okay, right? So, like you might be giving the solution, but actually that is not the one that they are looking for. All right, the parents actually do not want to know on what is the assignment marks and all that, right? But maybe parents do not want to know where is the homologation. But maybe parents want to know whether are they going to be graduated or not this year, right? Okay, so that is a concern, right? By bringing them into the process and offering the solution as an agreement between both parties, advisors stand a much better chance of resolving. So you advise them accordingly. So this is the advice that I can give you, right? So that this issue can be resolved, right? Okay. So yes, time for a short break before I go to the next part, email etiquette. All right. So those who are online, all good. I hope that you can also take a short break. And if there is any questions, you can always come and ask. Yeah. Short break, please.
I tengok slide ni, I pun mengantuk. Ya. Apa dia?
Okay, all right. Everyone, my colleagues in Penang, are you all back? My colleagues in Penang, can you all say hi, hello? How are you all doing?
Yes.
Oh, hello, we are here.
Hi.
Yeah, are you still with us? Yes, definitely, right? We just had a good stuff. Miss Manish was sharing the French culture and all, and versus Malaysian culture. So yeah, we had a good laugh. Okay, all right. So if everyone is ready, so we can start with our next session. Okay, break is over. Okay, because I targeted to finish at 11, but let's see, how fast or how slow. I'm going into the next one. Okay, the next one is also very, very crucial. Okay, email ethics. Every day in our life, email. In the office, email. Go back home, must check email. Go holiday in Paris, I want to email. Or email call. It's called the starting Paris, email, verbally, nothing captured. Here, medicine culture, black and white. Everything is black and white, black and white. So that's how it is. Okay, all right. You go Bali also, holidays. Okay, on the board also visiting, check email. Tak boleh lah kan? No lah, just kidding lah. Don't check the email when you're on holiday.
But
Alright.
should be phone.
Phone, WhatsApp,
See the email.
sync the email with your phone. You have to off the notification. So that's why we will come to that. Okay, what should we do? All right. There is a prompt message that you send to everyone. I'm away. The good one, please do not disturb me. I'm away during this period. I'll come back and do some things for you. Okay, all right. Let's move on to the email ethics. Okay. Now, the very first thing that I'm going to go to is the email ethics basic. Okay. All right. Disclaimer again. Some things can be subjective. Right. So we will go into that later. Okay. Basic. Use a professional, number one at the top of the list. Use a professional email address. Professional email address means you say we are in UOW Malaysia setting, right? So if we want to write to our customer, right? Parents, student, so we use our work email, right? We don't use our personal email. So personal email, when we use personal email,
Shopee.
apply another job. Just kidding. Okay. Shopee email. Shopee need email lah. Not sure lah. Okay. Okay. All right. So for other things and all that, we use email lah. Okay. But when you're dealing with parents, students, okay, we use professional email address. Okay. Second in the line is write clear and descriptive subject lines. Okay. Write clear and descriptive subject lines. Sometimes I've been thinking, actually, what this person want from the subject line different, and then the content is different. Nothing to do with the subject line. And the subject line, you have to be clear and make sure it is short and sweet. Not like student 013 and all that. Facing problem, it is not need to write so long subject line. Okay, we will go into that later. Start with a proper greeting. Good morning, good afternoon, and if you do not know, if whether it's morning or afternoon, just say good day. Okay, all right. If you do not know, good morning, good afternoon. Good night or whatever, right? So we just say good night. Sorry, good evening or good day. Hi. Right? Okay? Okay. So, proper greeting. So, use proper grammar and punctuation, right? Now, our life is so easy. Last time, Grammarly. Sometimes have to pay Grammarly. So, right? Now, copy the whole thing. Write whatever that you want to write. Okay? ChatGPT. Now, see. Go ChatGPT. Then after that, then you type that, check grammar. At the bottom, after you copy the whole line, at the bottom, Come I teach you. Copy the whole thing, then at the bottom, check grammar. Then enter. Develop agreement. But you read back lah. Sabi, you tell me different thing, ChatGPT tell me different thing, habis. Okay? Alright? But you must check again because ChatGPT, because they write down that ChatGPT can make mistakes. Right?
We work better.
But let me check the grammar for you lah. Okay? Right. So keep the email concise and to the point. Okay, concise and to the point. You don't tell grandmother, grandfather story like what just now you're talking about, going down and all that. Okay, straight to the point. Like Miss Suresh said, my country, straight to the point. Okay, straight to the point. So we do not have to go round and round. Once upon a time, this student, when you join KDU college, after that, come to UOW to continue this. Sometimes, yes, I do agree, we have to tell a bit of history, what has happened and all that. But unnecessary information is not really important. But most of the time, we will take it as, yes, we need to know the background of this particular student, what has happened in the past, so that, from there might be some decision we make. But, always, if you want to talk about something, straight away you will point and that's it, right? So this is the basic of writing an email. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next one, how to save time on email, tips and guidelines. That's why, again, as I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm here to share some tips and guidelines. All right. So, how to save our time? Tips number one, tips 101, number one. Okay. All right. The first one is ask yourself if the email is necessary. Agree, right? Yeah. Why? Because we always saw you. Really, if I go and talk to another person, the verbal conversation is not captured. Another person will tell something else, or maybe think something else. Okay, I'm talking about cat. That person talking about lion. So do I, right? So you want to be clear, and you want to sing the same song, right? And also sometimes you want to recall the information that have been put it in a verbal conversation into capturing into, right? Okay, so but anyways, things like email as something of a default mode of communication. So this is how it is here in our in fact in our institution also, this is a default mode of communication. But don't tell me if you want to ask the simplest thing to your boss, also you email. Cannot. Just can knock to your boss and then say, can I go down to exam department for a while, or probably I'll be out of office. Definitely not. But sometimes if you want to put it in email, yes, it would be good. I'm not saying no, but yes, email is definitely a default mode of communication. Having to say that, verbal conversation, WhatsApp is also acceptable. Again, it's very subjective. Okay? Rely on its ease and instantaneous nature to deliver important message quickly. Okay, so well, you see, if there is something that you can pass on, the message that you want to give to another person, it can be done in a easier way. So you would definitely choose that. For example, maybe you WhatsApp your boss, right? Or maybe you want to just verbally tell them something, so that would be also good. All right. So let's to go back to basics, right? Before you hit send, or before you even begin to drop your message, stop and stop and think. Okay, why do we have to stop and think? We have to proofread. Okay, again, once you already write down email and all that, okay, whatever that need to be included in the email, proofread first, proofread everything. Okay, correct or whatever information that I'm giving. Okay, or whether it is necessary or not for me to write an email. Just for this tiny thing, I put it in the email. But again, having to say that it might look tiny to another person, But for you, you think that it's very important because I want to recall this conversation with my superior so that my superior don't forget and I don't forget. Okay? For example, if I just few days back, I lost my staff card. Okay? Right? So what happened actually, I wrote to HR to say that, to capture the conversation, I went in today, but I lost my card. Okay? But eventually later I found this in my car. Okay? Alright. So I go back and then I write back, oh, I found my card. Okay, so you see, to capture back that, your attendance might not captured in the system, example. Okay? So, but you want to recall and want to tell them, and they will be like, probably if anything needed, if need to be to check whether this person is in or not. I mean, coming to work on that particular day or not, right? So you will definitely will come back to that person. The other day on this day, so again captured. Right? So you may want to think about whatever is important for you to put it in email, whether it's important. For this small thing also on email, I better walk into my superior's room and also proofread is very important. Read before it. Okay? Alright. Tips number 2. Only send and expect replies during the working day. Things has changed after COVID. Right? Before COVID, that's it. You reply a message. Right? So after COVID, very different, right? Correct or not? So what are your views? Okay, this one is again very subjective. Should be only obligated to use phone email during office hour. Okay? If a matter is urgent, importance, and come quick, then the information should be relayed by phone. There is no need for email to be sent outside of working hours. So again, I read out all these points because I want to know what is your view. Okay? So it can be varies institution by institution or departments by department. Right? Okay. And sometimes, right, we want to send the email in advance because that thing that just came into your mind. Okay, but I don't expect you to reply immediately or after office hour. By that, after office hour, no replies, it's fine. Because there is a law after office hour. So shall I? Yes. Let's there is a law. What? Is there? In France there is. In France there is. Yeah. Okay. So it's 9 to 5. It depends on the business. Okay. But if it's business hours, yeah, it's 9 to 5. Okay. Then it's most probably 8 to 6. Then you are not entitled to send any email. If you receive any email after these hours, then you're not entitled to reply immediately. Okay. Except if the company has international business with different time zones. Okay. So in that case, that does. Yeah, correct. Agree. But yeah, in France, everything goes by law. So okay, even this now is. So it is 9 to 6, and after that, by law, you not reply because French people after that go to the cafe, cup of coffee, or eat some fancy meetings, after office meetings, Yes. Same here. What say you?
Basically, for this, I think it depends on our employment contracts.
Yeah, it depends on our employment contract. Right, agree. Because you see, sometimes some matter need to be addressed urgently. Okay, and for me, honestly, if something is urgent, I pay attention to it. Okay, I will constantly check my email and all that. But if it's not urgent, but I'm still my hand, my finger will still just reply and say, okay, I'm sitting on the couch and just whatever is coming to your mind, reply.
Actually, your number 2 makes more sense. If it's urgent, correct in by email. You don't know if the person.
Yeah, this one. Okay, I said this one. That's why I asked again in point number 3 because I want to know, here. Okay, correct on urgent matter. Right? On urgent matter, yes. Then you have to laugh. Because it's like during that period of time, you are working on some projects and all that, which require you to reply from me, right? Okay. So yes, urgent matter, definitely. Okay. But other than that, you can always submit. But I believe the standard, right? Sometimes they have the intention of, I might forget this tomorrow, or just want, see if I'm clear, right? From my laptop, do it now, but it's okay for whoever want to reply me as and when, right?
Yes.
Because you would definitely say reply by when and all that. But now I remember I better send it out. But I don't expect the reply on the spot,
Yes.
right?
That's true.
Okay, so that's how it is. So again, how important or what is the importance that you put on that mat? It can be also that way. You see, but yes, if you're working on a project, or if there is something that very urgent and all that, please do reply your messages, your emails accordingly, lah. Right? Okay. Tips number 3: don't be triggered. Happy with reply all. You lah. We see reply all, we click reply all.
Yes.
Yeah. Right? Because, okay, sometimes right? Okay, at least once in your career, you will undoubtedly have been recipients of an email that do not apply to you. Count. Okay, so something that you want to pass the message to your boss. Boss, my car tire punctured. It's in the email or something or meeting or whatever. My car tire punctured, so I came in and I'm so sorry. So do you have to reply to all? Tire punctured tengah jalan.
No.
Right? So do you reply all? So everybody will come and ask you, how's your car now? How's your car now? Okay, lawyer, Saturday or not? Nah. Yeah. So something that you think does not apply to everyone, don't send, right? Why? Okay, see, it should be only used when you want to do just that. Send your email to every member of staff. For example, we are having, if I say, okay, next week, we're going to have potluck. Sarina always ada potluck kan ke atas. Okay, potluck lah. Okay, so you are having potluck. If I bring chicken biryani, Nadesh also want to bring chicken biryani. You see that, Nadesh? Okay, so we don't want to overlap. Try or not? Okay, because the next thing you know, everybody bringing chicken rendang.
Everyone.
So everyone bring chicken rendang, right? So you see, something we have to look at what is the concern. I mean, what is it concerning, right? Okay, what is the matter about now? So if you just want to share who is bringing what and all that, just to make sure that we are not overlapping with others. So that's what we need to do. So likewise, you want your inbox to be clean and not you have 20,000 or 30,000 messages in your inbox. Okay, just say I don't think so. We have that capacity, right? But you do not want to also fill up other people's inbox, right? Okay, so that's why this point is saying to free up your own box. Take this time to free up your own inbox when we need to take step to free up other people's inbox. Sometimes you think, why sending to me? My inbox now got another message saying that the tire is punctured halfway around that. Right? I do not need to know that. Okay. Or more generally, sometimes you say, I do not want to know this matter, right? Okay. So, yep. So it would be always good, choose wisely whenever you need to send pertaining to this mission. Okay. Number 4, stay in track. Even when exchange emails with someone discuss the topic, okay, reply within the thread. Okay, you have started a topic. Okay, start a topic, probably cancellation of class or something. Okay, or maybe you have started on a research work or something, right? A topic on that. So after that, you want to follow up, right? So you follow the same thread, right? That means you reply in the same thread. Do not send a fresh email. Then you go and write a new email, compose a new email, right? So it's it will get difficult for you to check back your previous conversation. Okay? So most email providers condense threads into one tag for a clearer look. Okay? Alright, they might put everything in one to make it cleaner. Better group lah. Okay? Number 5. All okay?
Okay.
Anything anyone want to share? Our colleagues online? Our colleagues face to face are very happy here. Anyone from online want to share? Is there anything that you all want to share? No. Okay. So I think that is good. Number 5. Take caution sending large files. Now this one is very important. You know why? First of all, in my belief, right, it's very important for you to set a rule. How are you going to send this message in your file, particular file? Please compress and send it in email, that whatever form, right? So attachment with a large file can clog up inboxes and cause other important emails to bind whilst the file downloads, isn't it? Yeah. Sure that there are proper guidelines in place so staff know what to do if they need to share large files. So be sure your email there, right? You have to be very precise, right? You have to be very clear. Kindly send all your documents or attachment in what file, like zip file, whatever file, PDF, compressed file, whatever, right? So you have to be clear. So if you are not giving a clear instruction to your staff, all right, okay, or you are not giving a clear information to your other colleagues, I'm gone. Okay, so you will start receiving all these large files. Okay. So use not paste file sharing. Here we have SharePoint, right? Okay, and then we have a UOW. What is it? The cloud sharing. OneDrive. We have OneDrive, isn't it? Right? The cloud thing, right? Okay, and also we have SharePoint. Okay, or another messaging service like WhatsApp or Messenger. That's something you just want to share on WhatsApp or something. All right. Okay, but if these are permitted at your workplace now, if WhatsApp or Messenger is allowed at your workplace. Okay, or sometimes you may just want to send to this Microsoft. Okay, so you see, you know what are the better options? Or sometimes you see, the sender might forget to give you clear instruction. For example, okay, please, they might forget to tell you to send in this specific form. But you remind them by sending, again, reply all, because everybody wants to know it, right? Reply all. So may I know that is this file to be sent, compressed, or whatsoever? So you can do that. Okay. All right. Okay. Tips number 6. No numbers, please. Keep emails short and sweet. All of us agree, right? We keep the email short and sweet. Don't want to write, lengthy things and all that. Never use a long word where a short word will do. If it is possible to cut a word out, always cut it out. Okay, so we do not want to write grandfather, grandmother story or everything. Right? So just want to keep it short and sweet and something that is clear. We see 2 rules: emails, short, snappy, and to the point. Straight away go to the point. Right? Contain all the detailed information for your colleagues. Okay, whatever information that your colleague is, you just bring. Now, just sharing a bit with you. Okay. For me, right, whenever I send email and then I think that I need to convey this message to others, I try to put it in the point form. Sometimes, because you see, it's easier to see, easier to read, and I just put important information. And I always use words such as few things to remember. Just a gentle reminder of reason on it. So I always try to put it in a point form wherever it need to be done, right? Because sometimes, right, it's very it's very painful to see lengthy emails, like writing in long essay, right? So instead of doing that, we break it down. And that is how you can keep your email short and sweet. Otherwise, you have to sit down there and then you have to use the ChatGPT the whole day, cut and paste and see the grammar and all that. So, like some people, the recipients also, your recipients also be thinking, what is this person trying to tell actually? Right? If you put that in a point form, it would be easier to digest. It would be easier to understand. Okay? All right? Okay. Now, any questions or anything you would like to share other than all these tips I might have missed out? Anyone? The tone. Yes, the tone is very important. Okay, so can you explain a bit on that?
I often have problem with students' email.
Okay.
That the way they write, it's either a novel. So they're so long that in the end I don't even know why they are writing me. Or they give me order. Oh, please do this, do that.
That's
So I'm sorry, you're a student.
yeah.
But it's not the fact that they are requesting for help, but it's the way they are.
It's like giving instructions.
It's
Correct. The tone is very. I really agree to that. Yeah, tone is very important, right? Why not be polite and put it nicely? But I do understand students. You see, students being students, because they do not know, what's more with this new generation that they are very demanding. They are very destructive, right? Okay, but sorry, bossy. They are very bossy. They want to things follow their way, right? Students being students, correct? But yes. Yes, I think it is actually very important the tone that you use in the email. Okay, how about you? Those who are online, our Penang colleagues and then our UG colleagues, those who are online, you all want to share anything? Ms. Nadesh said that the tone is very important. Anyone from online like to share? I hope you're still connected. All right. Okay, I believe so. Right. So, yep.
The sentence is seen in the title.
Okay, so we have Shuhana. Shuhana states that the sentence is simply
In that.
in that title. Oh, yes. Sentence is simply that in that title.
no title or everything written with it in the title.
Correct.
The message within the.
Yeah, like they write the whole message in there in the subject. But yeah, it is very important for them to probably know how to write more, especially writing email tips. But actually, this training should be good for students in yes, yes. But you see, despite we give them no matter how many trainings again they will go back to business. Again they be writing not that way because it is like very conversational.
Not, but it's like different to write on WhatsApp or write an email. It's a different type of writing.
Right.
And they will do all talker, all explaining in the WhatsApp, and they do the same in email. Because for them, there is no difference. They still do everything on the
Exactly.
for them.
Yes. They should be given these tips on how to write an email, but yeah.
Sometimes it's just one document.
Yeah.
It's just one document, no email body, no subject title, just one document. And then you don't know what's the document for. Another complaint that all the case it's not a good document.
Sad to see this, but I hope really. Yeah. How about you, Fatma? How about yourself? I believe you receive more than
They use, let's say they want to transcript, they use a lot of different name for that transcript or certificate.
transcript. They asking for transcript,
Yes,
right?
or they use a lot of name for the transcript. Usually, What?
Oh, that means the term for translate,
Yes.
they don't use the term as in translate.
Yes.
They use something else.
Yes.
Okay, what normally they use? What normally they say instead of translate?
Yeah.
I want my final marks.
No. Something like my diploma.
Certificate.
Yeah, diploma certificate or something.
Then you have to wait for your convocation.
Yeah, but.
Then for Serena.
For Sarina. Sarina must like you.
Something like certificate. Academic certificate.
Academic certificate.
Yeah, academic certificate.
But you do the academic certificates. I mean, the certificate now after the convocation, after that, you give them the certificate, right?
For them, they ask for
The term,
certificate.
the use of term. Yeah. Alright, they sometimes are not aware. Oh, sometimes you see that they don't pay attention to details, whatever we told in the orientation, or if the student had it. Yeah, so that is actually very, very important. Okay, alright. Now, without further ado, let's go into the next part. I have another 2 more parts, so this is the second last. So yeah, now let's look at the effective inner concentration in animation is motion free. Now let's analyze. Now the next one, we're going to analyze few scenarios over here, and I want to hear you out. Okay, I want to hear from you. What do you think of this? Scene number 1, addressing late submissions. Okay, all right. This is not sent by Miss Gandhi as a lecturer, no. Okay, all right. So this is just scene number 1. Read first, and then you can tell me from your point of view what do you think about this. On the late submission, immediate action required. So that's the subject line. I will need you to analyze few issues based on the theme that I'm going to give you. Right? So our colleagues, those who are online, okay, our colleagues in Penang, our colleagues in UG, all right? So I need a feedback from each of you as well, definitely, right? So if you're done reading this, analyze the situation. What is right or what is wrong? Maybe entirely everything is wrong over here. And what should be improved? Okay, based on the things that I'm gonna give you, right? Okay, done? First one, based on the tone and language. What are your views on this? Tone and language. How about the tone and language?
Very strict.
Okay, very strict.
Very strict.
Harsh. Harsh. Yes, what else? Very threatening. Right?
Emotional.
Emotional. Which can cause anxiety.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say emotional if it's the first time the email is sent. But if it's already
First time.
third
Okay.
time,
Original assignment. First time.
so I can understand the frustration.
Okay. Okay. Let's put it this way. First time is being sent. Okay. First time sent, student never submit. Okay. Late submission. Tone and language. What are the replies from online? Okay. So our colleagues face to face say that it's harsh.
Face like final warning.
All right. Like final warning. Okay. And then threatening. Emotional can cause anxiety. All right. That's the tone and language. Scary, very scary. I see this, I straight away pingsan MC one punch. Okay. Number 2, lack of understanding. On the matter of lack of understanding, what are your views? What do you think? Anything lacking in understanding over here?
Understanding to the recipient or
Yeah, to the recipient. That is lack of understanding in what manner?
um,
Something is lacking, which is lack of understanding what? Like that. Understanding the potential reason why it is being submitted late.
No suspicion.
Correct, correct. there is no potential reason for the late submission. Lack of understanding of acknowledgement of the late submission. Right? Now, number 3. Okay, that is as well as what is being captured online. Right? Frightening consequences. Can you tell me what are the frightening consequences that you see over here?
Failure of the course.
So what do you call that? Failure to submit this. This is what you're gonna have.
So responsible.
Focuses on what?
Unacceptable.
Punishment, right? Punishment. I give you this punishment, right? Focuses on that. Okay? Rather than giving support. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone from online?
They say usually we will ask for reason why they submitted their assignment there.
Yeah, correct. Yes. Yeah.
As much and most of the time, you will remind it.
Okay. All right. The next one. Can you identify any poor or good? Is there any good or poor opening and closing? Can you talk about how about the opening and pertaining to opening and closing of this email?
Some
Didn't ask why, you see these are labels, right? Somehow. So is it poor or good opening and closing? Opening, that is you start with the email with that, then after that, submit your assignment by the end of the day and you will be penalized. Okay, then after that, if you come to my attention, it is unacceptable. Closing, you say you will be penalized. So what would you say? Is it a poor or good opening and closing? Definitely poor, right? Okay, why? Because there's a lack of warmth, right? Or support, or rapport, right? Okay, yeah. So now I show you the improved version, right? So this is the improved version. Okay, look at this, and you see this. So how would you improve this? I hope we are doing well. Okay, because we do not know student go missing, never submit and all that. Suddenly from Malaysia, going to end up maybe in China. Okay, so I think that asking the student to submit is a bit. Usually I will do that. If this is the first email, then I will ask them to submit. Okay, I've noticed that your last 3 assignments have not been submitted on time. Is everything okay? If you're facing any challenges, let me know so we can discuss how to get back on track. Could you please submit your assignment by the end of today? If you need any assistance, extension. But then you see again, it's written assistant and extension. Okay. From my point of view, I ask you to submit today. But if you need extension, come back and ask. So it follows that. You see, first, can you submit by today, right? So after that, if you need any extension or assistance, okay, you come back and do that. You are so let's work together. So over here, the improvement. How about the tone? Positive tone. Positive tone. Why? Language is more supportive, right? Okay. And an approach. How about the approach? Very understanding approach, right? Because it shows the students' well-being. Serious. This one, you have to care. You have to really care for your students. You cannot be harsh without knowing actually what's going on with them. Because honestly, some students can really go into depression and they will never come back and talk to you. I came across this many times. Seriously, and students, suddenly go missing and all that, and then they will report it to PL, program leader, and program leader will find out from whatever resources are. Okay? So you have to be very careful when you're writing because you do not know what another person is going to. Okay, especially students. Students are our customer, so you have to be very careful. Okay. All right. How about the communication? Is it encouraging or discouraging? Yeah, encourages communication, right? It invites. Okay, which one do you think is very encouraging communication? It invites the student to discuss what difficulties you are going through, right? Okay. And how about the opening and closing? It's very good, right? Warm, right? Because it builds the rapport, and then it also at the same point that it maintains you are being professional in this in maintaining the rapport with the student. Okay, but and you're also using a friendly tone. Yeah. So student also will feel a bit guilty idea of the day, they might feel guilty and they will come back to you and tell you, So, okay. Anyone would like to share anything? No? All right.
I don't know if it's my first email that I'm willing to make 1 week.
Okay.
Perhaps.
You will give 1 week. Yes, yeah. That is what we call being supportive. It is not that fixed by stone that we must give student another 3 days of holidays, So it is depends on the lecturer, because you want to support the students so that they can pass the course. So you need a bit of time, but students also need to come back to you and tell you what difficulties that they are, right? Okay, number 2, scenario 2. Communicating policy changes to faculty. Quite common. Okay. Now it's on the policy changes to faculty. New policy changes, mandatory compliance. Dear faculty, starting next week, there will be new policy regarding class attendance and grading. All faculty members must comply with these changes immediately. Okay, tomorrow morning must change already. Okay, so you are receiving these attacks. Failure to adhere to these policies will result in disciplinary action. Straight away to court. Right? Okay. Not court, I mean, all right. Review the attached document. How many attachment 10 documents you read? Okay. Review the attached document and implement these changes without delay. Today you get email, tomorrow must change already. All right? Probably. Okay. So I would like to know your view on the tone and the language that is being used. How about the tone and language? Huh?
Not good. Not good. Okay, the especially failure to adhere to these policies will result in disciplinary.
So, what do you call that? The language, the tone and the language.
Sweat.
Sweat?
Yeah.
Sweat. Okay, the tone. That is one word for force. Okay, force. Other than force, you are being very forceful, right? Yes. Another one. This is within your superiors, probably your superiors authority. So auto. Auto authority, right? Okay. So this is the tone that is being used. So which can cause resistance. Sometimes you say, why would I want to follow this policy today and tomorrow? Okay, maybe you have some justification. Example, Next, how about the explanation? Is there enough explanation on why the policy is being changed? Inside your head, why now policy is changed? Attendance grading, yesterday cakap macam ni. Tomorrow change macam ni. Now say 80%, tomorrow say something else, right? Okay, but ours is 80%. Okay. Okay. I was still I can remember it's 80%. Okay. All right. So how about the explanation? Is there any explanation? No. Never explain anything. Why you need the changes, right? Okay. So how about the consequences? Is it more to punishment or yes, it is more punishment rather than collaboration, right? So it's like let's work together towards this policy and all that. How about the opening and closing? Opening and closing. Does this foster a positive working environment? It do not foster a positive working environment. Because somehow, probably the staff member do not want to follow. Who does it say? Who does it? No. Right? But it shows that it just do not support a positive working environment. Right? Instead, how would you improve? So we have the improved version over here. Right? I wanted to actually capture your improved version, but due to time, so I have put in the improved version over here. Right? So the improved version, dear faculty, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to inform you about some upcoming changes to our attendance and grading policies, which will take effect next week. These changes are designed to enhance our educational standard and support student success. You see, you already tell why we are changing this. Please review the attached document for detailed information. If you have any questions or need clarification, feel free to reach out to me. Your cooperation and all that, thank you for the dedication and commitment to our student success. No problem, Salina. ChatGPT can help us.
Oh, okay.
Just type. Sure can help. ChatGPT. Okay, but anyways, I'm always okay to share this with you. All right. So, what do you think about the tone and the language?
Pleasant.
The language is pleasant, right? Language is more pleasant. Okay, it is more supportive, right? More supportive, right? Okay. How about the approach? How about the approach? More understanding, and then you also, the approach is more to, how about the approach? Acknowledge the, how about the approach that is being used?
See, like on the
It offers support, right? The approach it offers, because you see, reach out to me if you have any questions, right? Okay, so it is more to, approachable, right? It is more to support, giving support. Okay, communication wise, it encourages or discourages communication, yes. Again, your understanding, it needs your understanding in this, right? Opening and closing, it builds a rapport, right? And maintains a professionalism. So is it a positive, it fosters a positive working environment or negative working environment? Definitely positive, because all the inputs are well. Alright, so anyone who not, because you see over here, I tell you why is these changes needed. Otherwise, everybody will be puzzled. Why? And everybody will knocking your door and asking why there's a change of policy, yeah? Then most of the time, what they say? It's like that, right? Most of the time, we say that what is this policy and change and all that? It's like that, just follow it, right? But how many of us actually go into detail? That means go and find out. How many of you actually do find out that why so and so policy changes and all that? Probably there's some kind of statistical report shows that because the students' attendance and grading has shown this, so hence we have to improvise our policies. Okay, so there must be something that triggered and which whereby they need to enhance their standard and support towards the students' success. All right. Okay. So, anyone would like to share anything on this? No. Okay. So, scenario number 3. Notifying students about a cancelled class. Class cancelled tomorrow. Wow. See subject already. I don't want to see the rest of the things then. Right? If I look at the subject, the rest of the thing, okay, class cancelled enough. Now need to go in detail, right? Then, like last time, work from home. Work from home. You see something like that, work from home. Aim to blah blah blah, right? Then we do that. Okay. Dear student, tomorrow's class is cancelled. Make sure to read the assigned chapters and complete the exercises. No excuses for not keeping up with the work. This is the reality, we do this, right? Because at the end of the day, student will go back and sleep because not need to attend 8 o'clock class, right? So, okay, how would you classify this? How about the tone and the language that is being used? Tone and the language? Tone and the language? Anyone? Too sharp. Lack of empathy, right? Class is cancelled, then what's more, you want to be empathized to the student, right? You do your work, right? You do your work, right? So all the time, no empathy, right? Lack of empathy here, okay? So Okay, anyone from online say anything?
No apologize for the cancellation.
No, what, sorry?
No apologize for the cancellation. No apologize.
Oh, okay. No apology from the translation. Yes, very good. I'm gonna go into that, which that comes to the explanation, right? Do not provide a reason for the cancellation, right? Why you want to cancel the class? This is actually very important, all right? I would like to share with you. Sometimes when my class is cancelled, I will always tell my students, I am on EL today, all right? The class will be cancelled, right? Instead of saying that today class is cancelled, right? Be it on WhatsApp or on email. Okay, so the fastest is on WhatsApp, okay? And the safest is on email. All right, or open learning, right? So always tell, probably you may want to do that, okay? Normally I do that. Student, I'm going to today, so hence the class will be cancelled. Unless it is a plan B, then you have to tell the student ahead and cancel accordingly and replace accordingly. Cancel and replace accordingly. Right? So that's what normally I do, right? Classes, okay? So anyone from online say anything?
No reason given for cancellation of cancellation.
Correct, no reason given. So that is a lack of explanation part. How about the reminder? Is it friendly or very demanding? Demanding, right? I want you to keep up with your work and all that. So most of the time we lecturers we know lah. Okay, how our students are. So we tell them to keep up with their work. Make sure that you keep up. Make sure you submit. 12 o'clock. Even though I'm on NC, 12 o'clock you must submit. Okay, how about the closing? Does that foster a positive learning environment? No, not positive learning environment. So someone say anything online?
Solution for investment or reach out.
Okay, solution and then assistance and reach out for the solution. Okay, improvise version. Yeah, this one. Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Okay, actually already on MC and I don't miss. Okay, I wanted to let you know that tomorrow's class will be cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances. That you don't tell your MC over here, then you use that. Alright? Please take this time to read and assign chapters, but don't tell your students because my grandmother, I don't go in attend this and that. Okay, so you may want to use that. Okay. Please take this time to read the assigned chapters and complete the exercises. If you have any questions or need assistance, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for your understanding, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Right? So this one is at least something positive that you're fostering a positive learning and environment. Okay. So yes, the tone is good. All right. And here you have the understanding. All right, that the class is actually cancelled because of you. You are on NC, you are on EM and all that. Okay, and then you are telling the person do this, do that, all that. But you just may want to put in this. The student, please keep up your assignment, your assigned chapters, read up on this and all that. So we will review this in next class. All right. Okay, so this is anyways not going to kill you if you just be nice to others and put it in a prosperity. Right? It's not going to kill you. You're not going to lose anything anyways, right? It's not that you're going to use 10,000 ringgit if you send this email in a proper way. Okay, it's just going to benefit you in a okay. All right. Okay, so far everyone is okay. All right. So little bit more. I know I promised 11 o'clock, but this is the last part. All right. So the last part is on example on writing email in some circumstances. All right. I have add a bit on this. Showing respect to professors in email. If, for example, if the person is in a professor level, or some people have this thing, acknowledge that you know that they are busy and you respect their time. I think this is not only for people who are in that level, professor and all that, but we do know that everyone is busy, no one is free, right? And we respect their time. But you see, in this case, you may want to see the professor something to do with your project and all that, and you're a bit nice, right? So you say, I'm so sorry, I know you're busy and all that, right? Don't ask for too much, right? Okay, when asking for a favor, give from professor the option of saying no, yes, not only to professor, also to anyone else. Okay, provide possible solution to problems. So this one is very important. You may want to give solutions. That means I have been into this matter, so I think it may work in this case and all that. So you are putting solution to it. All right. So this is on showing respect when you're writing an email. Make an appointment. This is very important. Okay. Schedule a few days in advance when it's possible. So if let's say you want to see the person on Friday, schedule a few days. Okay, ask them to check with them their schedule if they are busy or not. Okay, let the professor, let the person know when you're available, the days and time. This is always important, right? I am available on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. How about you? How about your schedule? Okay, but if let's say you keep on writing and telling people that can we meet and all that, which day you are available, but you have to also let another person know which day you are available so that they can fit you in their schedule. Or writing today or tomorrow, you do not know when the professor will see your email, isn't it? Right? So probably sometimes people are so busy, right? So you may not know when they will be free, or maybe they will see this email next week only. Maybe they are on a business trip or something. Huh? Right? Okay. The next one, this one is very demanding versus polite requests. Okay, so now we don't have any information, right? And the facial expression in the email, right? There's no facial expression and all that. As far as I think some of us say tone is very important. Yes, I agree with that. You must want this to be polite. So the only way that we can do in our writing is that use the word please. Please can help, but sometimes can sound pushy. Yes, I do agree. Like sometimes you say, please, can I please, and all that, but it can sound pushy sometimes. Can you please look into this matter urgently? You see the word please is there, but still you put another word in there, pushy, becomes pushy, you see, urgently, right? So, okay, please send me your comments by tomorrow. Okay, use models and expression of possibility, right? Could you please send me your comments? Instead of, please send me your comments by tomorrow. This one is like very pushy, see? Okay, so maybe you can put it this way. Could you please send me your comments? Right? Okay, so would it be possible for you to send me your comments by tomorrow? Maybe, asking them. So this one will sound little, a bit polite rather than being pushy. Sometimes this matter is very urgent and I missed out, right? But I need another person to comply. I need another person to come back to me on this urgently. But then you have to be a bit, you have to put it in a proper manner because you need the information urgently. Okay, which may not be urgent to another person, right? Okay, so these are some of the examples. All right, finally on apologizing. When is it necessary? Okay, when do you have to say sorry? It's Nadesh. I know you're smiling already. Your student always say this, sorry, and you have not and in your working culture, everybody says sorry, yeah. Right? So that's sorry, yeah. Right? Okay. When is it necessary? When cannot be the deadline. Oh, I'm so sorry. Right? Must reschedule an appointment. Okay? You have an appointment, you cancel it due to something, then you have to apologize. When you miss the meeting, okay, after you miss the meeting, don't send sorry before you attend the meeting. You're going to miss it. Right? We had the same something after the meeting. I'm so sorry, I could not attend the meeting, but the reason also has to be relevant. Okay. So what information should be included? Only what is necessary for the receiver to know. Okay, sorry, I could not attend this meeting because I was stuck with another meeting which was scheduled in the last minute or something, or probably the prof want to see me. Okay, so but you do not have to write prof want to see me pertaining to, that's not the information that another person can. I just have to say that, sorry, the prof need to see me at this time pertaining, don't need to write pertaining to what. So hence I couldn't attend it. Example, if you are sick, do not include the details. What say you? If you are sick, yourself. No, there is no excuses. That one we have to put the details, right? But if you're sick, would you want to include the details? No. There are some things can be very personal. It's not necessary. Okay, unless something is concerning you with your work. Okay, right? Otherwise, anything else shouldn't be the details. Shouldn't be put into details. Right? Unless you are missing classes, you're supposed to go for classes, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you have been cancelling classes. So that is wrong, right? Then you have to explain to your superior, so and so, because I'm going to this. So I think it should be done very close, right? Okay. So yes, this is only apologize, right? Okay, with that, that's the end for today's training. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. I hope that we have achieved our learning outcomes. Let me just go back to recall the learning outcomes. Okay, let's see whether we cover all this. Today, the first one to learn the strategies to manage the phone calls and emails, right? Just now we discussed, isn't it? One of the things that we can do it when you want to manage the phone calls and emails and all that. Advanced communication skill, including active listening, clear articulation, and contact strategy. I'll show you the scenarios as well on that, right? Okay, and also the improvised solution. To develop skills to build and maintain a positive relationship with students, parents, colleagues, and the extended stakeholder to professional respect. Yeah, that one, everything here and there. Just like that. So I hope that you're able to learn in today's training, right? Bring back something from what I've shared today. It was a sharing session, tips and guidelines, all right? Any question before you go? Anyone from online and face-to-face studies? Anyone that we want to share? Anyone want to share anything? No. Okay, all right. How about our colleagues in Penang and online, UG? Anyone would like to share anything before we say goodbye? Okay. That's all. Okay, all right. So with that, thank you so much for attending my training. So I see you next time. And I see you around. Okay. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Thank you so much. Those online.